Hey folks, Randy Gold, Trout Magnet Man with you here today. Today folks, I got a video of me fishing off the public pier out at Ball Knob Lake. The actual fishing part of the video was taken about a week ago, maybe 8-9 days ago. The shellcracker have since quit biting out there. I say they quit biting, they've not quit biting, they've moved out in deeper water. That's what they do. And I'm surprised they hung around in the shallow part of the lake as long as they did, because the water temperatures, I'm sure, were pretty warm out there. But I tell you, it appears, folks, that lake is absolutely full of shellcracker. I don't know that because, I could be fishing at a spot where they just, 90% of the shellcrackers want to come and hang out in the lake. I know I've told you before, I didn't find many beds in that lake, but I don't know. I can tell you this, there's a whole lot more shellcracker in there than there are bluegill. I mean, the bluegill is almost non-existent compared to the shellcracker. And I talked to a couple of old-timers out there. I say old-timers, I'm an old-timer myself, but I talked to a couple of old-timers out there that tell me that there's far more shellcracker in that lake than there are bluegill. I wish there was a bunch of bluegill where I could fish off that pier and you catch a 5 and 6 inch fish, use the Daiwa extra ultralight or something like that. But it's just not. It's not. If you're twitching a trout magnet in a lake and you ain't getting taps from little tiny bluegill, there's something bad wrong. And I think in this case, there's just not a huge population of bluegill in that lake, which I find it odd. I don't know why I would have such a huge population of shellcracker over bluegill. It's usually just the opposite way around. The other lakes I fished, while I caught plenty of shellcracker, the other lakes I fished back in Tennessee had far more bluegill in them than the shellcracker did, percentage-wise. That's just the way it's always been where I fished. But this lake's different. It's absolutely different. In the video, I'm using the, still on the 6'3", Lunakia, light, medium light, solid tip rod. It's an absolute joy to fish with that rod. Folks, let me tell you about solid tip rods, which some people don't like them. A lot of people don't understand them. A solid tip rod, while it's not as sensitive as a tubular tip rod, trust me, it's plenty sensitive. But what you feel in the solid tip rod, if you're finesse fishing, I'm talking about fishing slow. And that's another thing. When you're fishing for these shellcracker, you can't fish slow enough. I'm fishing too fast, and I need to slow it down more. But when you're fishing for these shellcracker, you can't fish slow enough because they're on the bottom, and that's where they're going to be. But solid tip rod, when you're finesse fishing and you get in the rhythm, the twitching rhythm that I use, what you feel is you feel the pressure. You feel the pressure on that rod where it's loaded up. You're feeling the pressure of the resistance of the jig head, and I like that feeling. And with solid tip rods too, you're more apt to hook a fish. Now I say that because they will hook themselves with these solid tip rods before they've ever felt the pressure of the rod, say a tubular tip that's got a faster action. I happen to love solid tip rods. Now they're not appropriate for everything, but working a micro jig, that's what they were designed for. Most of them, I say that. The Aging and my Beirut solid tip rods are designed to work a micro jig. The area trout rods that have solid tips were designed for casting light spoons, light crankbaits. As I've told you before, in the 6'2" ultralight Diplomatic Stream, part of the marketing was automatic hooking. Well, folks, that's real. That's not a fluke. That's real. If you'll notice when these, if you're watching the rod, if you watch the video all the way through, and you watch the rod tip, you watch me, if you can see the rod tip. It's horrible filming conditions on this pier. I don't like doing it, but that's just the way it is. But this tip loads up. The fish is on there. It's just that simple. Now you can feel a thump sometimes, but more often than not, what happens is you just feel the pressure. You're already feeling the pressure from the resistance of that jig, and then the pressure becomes more, and you've got a fish. He's on there. It's that simple. I don't set the hook. I don't need to set the hook. The hooks I use are so sharp. The rods, the line, I'm using the Variavs low stretch nylon line, which aids you in getting a quicker hook set than, say, another type nylon line that has a whole lot of stretch in it. The Twitch Master does not have a lot of stretch in it at all. Absolutely. If you're going to use nylon line, use the Twitch Master. I'm not a fan of nylon lines. but sometimes you got to use them. And out there, you know, I just decided, I've caught some 11, 12-inch shell cracker out there, and I decided I needed the fish nylon line out there. If I found a boat, I would probably be using the lemony polyester line from Variavs, but not in the boat yet, but hope to be soon. But I'm working that jig, the trout magnet, on a Daiwa Gekkabijin jig head with number 6 hook, 1.5 gram. Working as slow as I can, but like I said, I need to keep it slower. And I'm just twitching that thing along the bottom. And boy, I tell you what, there's nothing like it when you get a shell cracker on this setup. Any of these ultralight rods, shell cracker just give you all the fun you want. They're quality fish. That's one good thing about the shell cracker at Ball Knob. While I've not determined how many shell cracker are in that lake, population-wise, what I have determined is that they are really good quality fish. I'm talking about some outstanding quality. And when I say that, what I mean by that, maybe, you know, I'm not catching 13 or 14-inch shell cracker, but what I'm catching is I'm catching shell cracker with big shoulders, good girths. I mean, they are quality fish, there's no doubt about it. And, you know, in filming on this pier, you got people on the pier fishing, so you can't really be yourself. You know, that's the thing about when you're filming YouTube fishing channel. People around you, you tend to not react to a fish being on the way you normally would if you were out fishing by yourself. So it makes it a little more difficult to do the video like I'd prefer it to be done, just how I am. But you know, you kind of got to respect people's spaces, and you know, they don't want to hear me yelling and whooping and all that while I'm catching fish. They just don't. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, folks. Going to try to get in some more trout fishing soon. Got for the past 10, 11, 12 days, something like that, been dealing with a tooth abscess, still dealing with it. Hope to get that fixed. I'm ready to quit going to doctor's appointments and just concentrate solely on fishing. But so far it's just like, seemed like something comes up, you know, all the time. I guess it comes along with getting into your 70s. That's the way life is, I guess. But going to make a trip to the White River. Let's see, what's today? Whatever Father's Day is today, the 17th, I guess it is, 18th, something like that. Going to make a trip to the White River in 11 days. Going to be fishing from the bank up at Cotter. Might be fishing from a boat. Going to take the fine tail area glass rod that I bought to fish for big trout. And so I'll be giving a review on it if I get into trout and I use the rod. Going to take the Tenru raised Spectra that I bought to fish for larger trout. And hopefully I'll get in some trout. I know I'll catch something. I've never been up there and not caught at least 1 or 2 fish anyway. But looking forward to getting up there. Of course, it's going to be on the 4th of July weekend, but I'm going to be out of there on the 4th. I'm going to be gone. Don't want to hang around with all them folks that's going to be up there then. But looking forward to that. Throwing some forest spoons, throwing some Lunakia spinners, using the Eden trout cranks from Major Craft, and also looking forward to using the Trout Magnet D2 jigs, which my nephew was out this past weekend fishing the Cumberland River in Kentucky. He was wearing the big trout out off the D2 jigs, catching a bunch of nice fish. Had a real good trip up there. Those D2 jigs, folks, if you get a chance, you haven't bought any, you need to buy some. They're trout catching jigs. That's just a fact. But anyways, and still trying to decide about the boat. I think I've got my decision down, but then the boat's got to be on the market, and it's not on the market yet. They say by the end of July. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in about 3-4 weeks, something like that. Last I heard, the design of the boat, the prototype they had was having trouble getting on planes, so they were going to have to make some changes. Going to, hopefully, you know, when I get the boat and if I get the boat, I'm leaning towards getting the boat, you know, but there's a possibility I may not get a boat, but I think I'm most definitely going to get a boat. I'm going to get steps on the trailer. I'm going to get the automatic boat launch and retrieve system, you know, the Droto, I think it is. Anything I can do to make it easier for me to get in and out of the water with my boat. Going to have, I think I said, going to put some steps on the trailer. But anyway, going to get all that set up. I haven't ordered any gear in a while. I'm spending most of my money on stuff around this new home. Got to get some trees planted, get some more work done on my lawn. Just a few things. Have a think about having a pergola built over the patio. It's just just seems to always be something. But hopefully, folks, within the next, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, things will get settled down here, and I can get back to concentrating on what I really want to do, and that's fish, and test out new gear, and report on it to everybody that's a subscriber to the channel or watching the channel. So anyway, folks, like I said, I hope all of you are out enjoying today. I hope you're out fishing. I hope you're able to catch a bunch of fish. So until next time, soil up them all, and life is good. Here we go, folks. Here we go. I think we got us a shell cracker here. I think we got us a good shell cracker. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you talking about now, folks? What you talking about now? All right. All right. Shell crackers is out at Ball Knob, that's for sure now. I'm just here to tell you. That's a beautiful shell cracker. Yes, sir. Gorgeous fish. Let's get him in the picture. All right. Yeah, he's a beautiful fish. All right, let's let him go, folks. That's about a 9-incher. Yes, sir. Maybe 9.5. All right, let's get him back. Here we go. I believe this is a pretty good shell cracker. I believe. Yes, sir. This is shell cracker. Oh yeah, shoot fire. What you talking about? What you talking about now? All right. Beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, sir. All right, let's get him back in the water. go. Here we go. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a good shell cracker here. Good shell cracker here. Yes, sir. What you talking about? Yes, sir. Listen to that joker. Yes, sir. That's a good fish here. It's a good fish here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Shoot fire, folks. Quality fish out here today. Quality. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get this line off me. All right. Yes, sir. Shoot fire. What you talking about now? Look at that thing. Would you just look? Just look at that fish. That fish is gorgeous. All right. All right, let's get him. Let's get him back in the water. Go. Here we go. Here we go. What we got here? What we got, folks? Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a juvenile shell cracker. He's cutting up, but he's a juvenile. Boy, this joker, where do you see this fish? This fish is colored up. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm here to tell you now, this joker here is colored up nice. Colored up nice. Come here. Look at that fish. That joker's healthy too. Now I'm here to tell you, that joker's healthy. Absolutely gorgeous fish. All right, let's get him back. Here we go, here we go, here we go, folks. Another shell cracker, another shell cracker. Yes, sir, he hit right up here close, too. He hit right up here close. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Shoot fire. What you talking about now? What you talking about now? Yes, sir. Shoot fire. Oh man, this is about a 9.5 incher. Thick, good girth on this joker. Look at this joker. Would you just look? This joker. That joker's absolutely beautiful, folks. I'm telling you. I have to talk quiet here because I've got people on the fishing pier here with me. But anyway, that's a gorgeous looking fish. 9 incher anyway. Maybe a little over. All right, let's get him back. go, folks. Another shell cracker. Another shell cracker. Trout magnet getting it done. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Shoot fire. What you talking about now? Shoot fire. Yes, sir. Man sakes alive. Man sakes alive. Oh, this choker's had a rough life here now, let me tell you. That's just a fact. He's had a real rough life. Yeah, he's missing an eye. Alright, there we go. There we go. Come here. Come here, Mr. Fish. Alright. Get my... This is a fine specimen of shell cracker, folks. I'm here to tell you. This joker is nice. Let me show you. Get that line out of the way. I'm going to have to retie that jig now. That's a 10-inch fish right there, folks. That joker's absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm here to tell you. Get him in the sunshine. Try to get around here. Alright, let's get him back. Look at, he's got a blind eye. You'll see that. Poor fish, but he seemed to be doing okay. Alright, let's let him go. Here we go, here we go. Another shell cracker. No, this bluegill. Let's see what. No, it's a juvenile shell cracker. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to take a look at him and see. He ain't that big, but he's kind of heavy. Let's see what we got here. Now, this is a female, or yeah, this might be a female shell cracker. Not sure. Not sure. Fought good, that's a fact now. Fought real good. Yes, sir. Pretty fish. Yeah, that's a female. Alright, let's get her back in the water.